Did Elon Musk just create a new partnership with XRP? Well, recently there has been speculation in the XRP community that the tech luminary and real-life Tony Stark, Elon Musk, is going to partner with Ripple Labs and XRP, which will send the price skyrocketing. People on Twitter have been sharing tweets hinting that Elon Musk is not only bullish on XRP, but is being cryptic about his decision to integrate XRP into his X app and payment system. For example, Crypto Bitlord, a major XRP proponent, said, "Is Musk soft shilling XRP? This can't be a coincidence. I really think something big is happening," based on this tweet alone. To which he responded in his own comments, he would never come out and just say XRP straight up. He would first start with each letter. First letter X, second letter R, third P. Pay attention to his next tweets closely. Or this next tweet from XRP Productions, "Holy shite. Do you see what Elon Musk did there?" And here is a tweet from Elon Musk saying, "I know exactly what we need to do at Twitter payments." And as you notice, there's a large or an uppercase X, uppercase R, and an uppercase P. And Twitter went wild. Now, it's no secret that Elon Musk is bullish on crypto and the technology, with his X app working to integrate payments into their ecosystem. And this has left many speculating that XRP and Ripple technology will be the backbone and payment system for X. This would be massive, as X sees about 6.1 billion visits per month and has about 556 million users. So in this video, we'll be discussing what we know about Elon Musk and the potential for an XRP partnership. We'll be separating fact from fiction and covering one of the largest events of the year, which many are calling a cyber attack to end all cyber attacks, and how this event could become the one biggest catalyst for decentralization worldwide. By the end of this video, we'll be discussing the recent XRP price action and relative to performance to other large market cap altcoins, to see if it can give us clues as to how all of these events will unfold and when XRP will reach new all-time highs. So if you're feeling blessed, comment 777. If you're feeling bullish, comment 777. And if you're going to be the richest person in your family tree, smash the subscribe button. Before we dive in, a quick reminder that the opinions in this video are for informational and educational purposes only and do not constitute financial, legal, or investment advice. All investments, including cryptos, carry risks and potential losses. Always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. We are not licensed financial advisors, and relying on our content for financial decisions is at your own risk. By watching this video, you agree we are not responsible for any losses or damages, and we do not guarantee any specific results or outcomes. Some of the links below may be affiliate links, and we may earn a commission, which actually helps support this channel and helps us to create value-based videos like this. We also hold some positions in the cryptocurrencies that we talk about, but that's only because we do what we believe in. However, this should not be interpreted as a recommendation for you to do the same. With that said, let's get into the video. So more often than not than in markets, when things start to pump, the price is basically telling us a story. And typically this means that insiders are purchasing large portions of the product, or in this case XRP, because they know something that we don't. And so they continue to accumulate while the news is under wraps. And then once the news comes out, right, that's when the price goes even crazier based on retail buying. But these insiders are already well positioned. In other words, more often than not, when the price starts to do something weird or odd or outside of the norm, that should be telling you a story. And now you don't have to know all the details. You don't have to know exactly what's happening, but the price is king, and price can tell stories. So this last week, we actually saw, in the last couple weeks into this current week, we saw the biggest XRP pump that we've seen over a 2-week time frame since back in July of 2023 on the SEC lawsuit closure, determining that XRP is not a security. Still, many have fears that XRP is going to continue to break down because it has been in a longer term long-term downtrend, seeing sell pressure at this red line that we just drew for a period of a long time, over a year now. So is it possible for us to break out? And I think there's a lot of things that we can tell based on the price action, based on the volume, and then based on a few other key indicators, which we'll get to by the end of this video. But first, I want to dive into that major cyber attack, an event that basically took out the entire internet. So if you haven't already heard, the huge Microsoft outage caused by CrowdStrike, one of their apparently service providers, takes down computers around the world. Banks, airports, TV stations, healthcare organizations, hotels, and countless businesses are all facing widespread IT outages, leaving flights grounded and causing widespread disruption after Windows machines have displayed errors worldwide. And we're not just talking about the US. This is truly worldwide. It is a day for the blue screen of death. Shortly after reports of disruption started flooding in from around the world, imagine their team right now just scrambling to answer questions and how simple the fix can actually be. The problem, right, is that it happened to so many people and businesses all at once, operating in the case of billions and billions of dollars that are now going to be losses on a daily basis, including from the UK, India, Germany, Netherlands, and the US. TV station Sky News went offline. The US airlines, United, Delta, and American Airlines issued a global ground stop on all flights. It is believed that the issues are not linked to a malicious cyber attack, cybersecurity officials say, but rather stem from a misconfigured or corrupted update that CrowdStrike pushed out to its customers. Now, listen, I don't want to be conspiratorial in this type of a situation, considering I'm not actually looking at the databases or the code, but more often than not, I find it hard to believe that a simple update wasn't tested beforehand in one of their own local environments before pushing it out to all of these customers. And so I would argue they don't want people to feel like their stuff isn't quote unquote secure, or that it's not a simple cyber attack, but more so a mistake that they made, honestly, which I find that hard to believe for a company doing the type of revenues that Microsoft and CrowdStrike are doing. The incident has only impacted devices running Windows and not other operating systems. It reminds us, and this is really, really interesting, right? It reminds us about our dependence on IT and software. Olejnik says, when a system has several software systems maintained by various vendors, this is equivalent to placing trust on them. They may be a single point of failure. This is something that blockchain might actually fix, considering it is not centralized, it is decentralized. Like here, when various firms feel the impact. I mean, this truly had a global effect. We're talking the Bank of America, you couldn't transact at their ATMs. We're talking casinos were all shut down. Massive businesses, right? We're talking about Swift, the payment system, currently being down. We're talking about tens of thousands of people being stranded at airports alongside institutions and hospitals and law enforcement agencies. Imagine the amount of crime that's not able to be resolved or taken care of because they can't input it into their systems. And here is a video of, flights before the major issue, which is a potential actual cybersecurity attack, to what it looks like currently after the blackout. And as you can see here, so many planes were now grounded, and virtually everyone in these areas that was on a plane or a connecting flight is stranded. So this basically made for an environment or situation where Jason from the All In podcast basically made the statement, I guess CrowdStrike doesn't do staged rollouts, which I would, find shocking as well. And Elon Musk sees the issue here, so immediately he responds, we just deleted CrowdStrike from all of our systems. So no rollouts at all. To which he then went on and basically gave a little 100 tweet emoji to someone saying, perhaps the solution to a fragile critical infrastructure is not, quote unquote, single business to business software as a service company with kernel access, which is basically what bricked up the entire system, according to CrowdStrike and Microsoft. And here's what some people on Twitter had to say about it. Today's CrowdStrike F-up is just proof of what I've been saying for years. Security software and most antiviruses themselves are essentially rootkits. They embed themselves too deep into the system to the point where they have almost kernel level access to anything. and can brick up your system if they F an update up. This also goes for most game anti-cheat softwares. Companies should stop using software that has such low-level access to your system. And this is something that companies like Microsoft have been doing for a very long time in the Web2 world to choke out their competitors, which is why Web3 solutions are so dang important. Another person said it's not CrowdStrike, it's Microsoft architecture, because Microsoft has basically been really good with their PR team and basically stating it's CrowdStrike that did this. It's CrowdStrike. But I'll tell you right now, CrowdStrike, right, is under the hammer and the fist of rule from Microsoft, which imposes their rulings on everyone else and basically creates an architecture that allows it to be virtually impossible to compete. And it's mostly a legacy failing. Apple banned kernel level drivers. They cause a lot of instability and security vulnerabilities. This is something Microsoft needs to think about. CrowdStrike needs to think about process. And so ultimately, all of this is really kind of opening up our eyes, and I promise you at Congress and at the political level, it's going to open up their eyes to the fact that we truly do need decentralized systems. This could be a major catalyst alongside Elon Musk supporting moving away from these types of systems for crypto and blockchain technology, i.e. XRP, and all of the product offerings they have. That said, hours after the issue started to emerge, CrowdStrike CEO George Kurtz issued statements about the outages, saying the company has found a defect in an update for the Windows that it issued. Here's what he had to say about it.
Single content update that has managed to shut down air travel, credit card payment systems, banks, broadcast, street lights, 911, emergency around the globe. Why is there not some kind of redundancy or some sort of backup? How is it that one single software bug can have such a profound and immediate impact?
Well, when you look at the complexity of cybersecurity, you're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. Excuse me. Man, just 1 second, please.
Oh yeah, take a drink of water.
You can tell this guy is absolutely crumbling under the pressure here. I mean, he can't even explain what happened and how silly it is that a reporter, someone who doesn't have any experience doing this stuff, can ask the question, how are you guys this vulnerable and there's no backup, or you're not testing a rollout first before you do a major update? And arguably, this is going to be tremendous news for the security vulnerabilities of CrowdStrike, for the security vulnerabilities of centralized databases and systems or points of failure, which again just leaves the door open to new technologies and new ways of doing things in the Web3 world. Adding to the bullishness for Ripple, in this article, it says XRP community abuzz over Ripple's CTO's exchange with Elon Musk, a potential alliance brewing. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, goes the old adage. In the case of Ripple, CTO David Schwartz, so the chief technology officer behind Ripple, and tech billionaire Elon Musk, this common enemy is the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. And according to one XRP influencer, the two have joined forces. And here would be the tweet. Ripple's CTO joins forces with Elon Musk in fighting against the SEC. First time it's actually done publicly. Does this mean an X and XRP partnership is coming? Seems like a good start. XRPL is going to go mad soon, and it's DeFi on XRPL that's going to support all of these transactions. Again, the crypto Twitter community went wild for a post like this, especially if you're holding something like XRP. But what's real here? Well, it's no secret, right? Elon Musk is a big proponent of crypto, and in particular Dogecoin, because of its memeability. Right here we have a tweet from Zero saying, world's richest man Elon Musk shills Doge and other memes, holds Bitcoin on the balance sheets of his companies. And that is true. Tesla currently holds about 9,720 Bitcoin. And that puts their current Bitcoin holdings at about 648 million when they spent about 337 million. So they're almost 2x up, or basically 100% up. And over again, you would see Elon Musk tweeting about how Dogecoin might be my fave cryptocurrency. It's pretty cool. And Dogecoin is the people's crypto. And here's an image of him, right, from the Lion King holding Doge up. Aside from Jerome Powell, this is a man that genuinely moves markets, and we're talking very large markets of billions of dollars. And when he was making these tweets, right, Dogecoin started pumping hard back in 2021, and at its peak of May in 2021, up to 100 on Google Trends. In other words, its interest was the highest it's ever been, and the price pumped because Elon was tweeting about it. So what would happen if Elon started tweeting about XRP? Well, I understand why people are so bullish. In this article, it says the focal point of this revelation is a smart money wallet. In other words, people were doing some sleuthing. They're digging through the blockchain and transactions and seeing where XRP is moving from wallet to wallet. And they identified one with the tag Musk, which holds significant XRP assets. What sets this wallet apart is not just its massive holdings, but also the thematic tags associated with it, like Newton, Andreessen, Turing, Sagan, Faraday. And all of these wallets are involved in some level of, in terms of the names, science, technology, and innovation. And this is according to a tweet from an XRP Avenger, apparently on Twitter, hinting at potential surge in XRP's value to an impressive $600. $600 sounds like a lot. It doesn't sound realistic this time around. So let's just, unveil this whole thing. Is it actually going to happen? Is there going to be a partnership? Is there any validity to some of the tweets that we shared? So in the case of this tweet from Crypto Bitlord, he's basically saying, it's obvious that you would have to use X before you use R and P, and watch his next tweets closely. I mean, this got boatloads of views, and so a lot of the times these people will do it to engagement farm because otherwise people don't click on those links. But in all honesty, this is realistically an AI generated video of the actual X app. I mean, it's pretty common sense, right? As for this tweet, it's totally made up by XRP Productions, and it is kind of a bummer, and I understand people's grievances with something like this, considering it looks legit, and he even capitalized all of these, so it makes you wonder, is it real? But the reality is this person even came on in the comments and said, come on, stop these fake messages, to which he responds, okay, that's the last one, I promise. And we know it probably wasn't the last one. So is something like XRP actually going to be integrated? I do think there is a major potential play here. I do believe Elon Musk is going to somehow find a way to integrate XRP into his platform because of the level of interest and because of the size of the actual token. And if they win the SEC lawsuit, there's no reason he wouldn't. So let's get into the actual facts about what Elon Musk is actually doing with crypto. So yes, there is speculation, but Elon Musk is very serious about integrating peer-to-peer payments this year on his platforms. And there arguably is no better company positioned to operate at that level than one who's dedicated the last 6-7 years to the game of payments, which is Ripple, right? Elon Musk's X to launch peer-to-peer payments this year. Elon Musk's social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, announced it will launch peer-to-peer payments. In July, Musk said the company planned to add comprehensive communications and the ability to conduct your entire financial world. So it's no secret that not only does he love crypto, he's also spending loads of money to get a pro-crypto presidential candidate in office, up to the tune of $45 million per month. He loves Dogecoin, and he also wants to rebrand his app to become the everything app, like Tencent's WeChat, offering one convenient platform for a bevy of services, including messaging and payments. Last month, X acquired a money transmitter license in South Dakota, as it is other states, paving the way for it to one day become a major financial services platform, competing with PayPal, Square, or Stripe. However, it should be noted that he did make mention of the fact that none of his companies will ever create a crypto token. So that leaves room or the door open for them to integrate other crypto tokens. And some of the names that would really come to mind are obviously Dogecoin, obviously Bitcoin, obviously Ethereum, right? If you wanted to transact or do peer-to-peer payments, why am I stuck with fiat currency? Why can't I send these other cryptos from my wallet to their wallet? And then probably XRP, whether they're integrating their actual technology or even just the token, it would absolutely skyrocket. So the stars truly are aligning for crypto at every single level. And I think the end of 2024 is going to be one of the biggest years we've ever experienced. Here's another tweet from this guy that says, the world's richest man, Elon Musk, shills Doge, holds Bitcoin. World's largest asset manager, BlackRock, is shilling Bitcoin on national television, is enabling speculation for boomers on our coins. World's to be most powerful man, Donald J. Trump, is signaling pro-crypto stance, wants the U.S. to adopt crypto aggressively. While all the previous critics of Bitcoin flip their bias, it still baffles me how more than half of the world is still in denial about crypto's existence. It will look so obvious in hindsight. One massive wave of adoption is due, while a massive pump resembling 2017 feels due. If you zoom out and stop looking at the small time frames for a second, you'll realize just how far crypto has come. And boy, has it come far. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the XRP price chart real quick. We'll do a bit of technical analysis. We'll compare it to a few other cryptos that I would argue are in the same ballpark in terms of, size or market cap, and then how they performed in a good year, and then how we can reasonably think about XRP and what it could potentially do here in the upcoming year. So that said, we did consistently have descending triangles on XRP, and whenever it broke out, it really broke out. And as you can see here, this would be our first descending triangle. And so we started seeing not only a pickup in the price action, but when you pull up the volume, you can see that volume really started expanding before we got explosive levels of volume to the upside and a massive move up for thousands of percent gain. In similar fashion, it happened right here, right? You had a descending triangle before a massive explosion in volume and the price. Okay, well, we did the same thing over here in 2020, right before the market started doing its correction. And again, it didn't pump as hard or to new all-time highs as other cryptos, but we'll get a reasonable target. So right here, we could see that we had our major targets right here, here, or we had a fake out. But either way, once we broke above this range right here, we started pushing for new highs. So consistently, we're seeing these descending triangles. We're seeing a range low, and I would argue that this right here would have been our range low, not the coronavirus pandemic sell-off. So right here at about 18, 19 cents would have been the actual technical bottom, even though we did get a lower low. Again, panic selling, liquidation, you name it, leverage in the system. Okay, well, now we've been in about a 3-year range right here from this local high all the way to present day, and we have yet to break out. So our current lows would be somewhere in the 30-cent range up to the 38-cent range. Anything in here, I would argue, is a lifetime buy. Anything above on trending volume or growing volume to the upside would be a good indicator. So right here, you can see how we've consistently been getting less and less volume. We're well below average. Well, for the first couple weeks now, we're starting to pick up. So this is a good sign that we might have seen the potential local bottom before a new all-time high. And when you track something like XRP against, ADA or Cardano, which, arguably XRP is far better than Cardano in terms of the technology, in terms of its adoption, in terms of its future potential, so on and so forth. Cardano didn't have an entire SEC lawsuit to deal with. So right here, you had its previous all-time high at about $1, and in 2021, you could see that its new all-time high hit about $3.16. On a logarithmic scale, it looks not that big, but on a non-log scale, it is a massive move up. And so once it broke past its all-time high right here at about $1, right, because we're not going to take into consideration that wick directly, I just want to use the weekly time frame. We were at about 200 to 220 20% gains, which is still a massive increase. And since that point in time, ADA has actually been underperforming XRP. And then when you look at, let's say, another major market cap coin like Binance or BNB, right? This is back in 2017. Then you have 2021, the all-time high. And since that point in time, unlike XRP, it's already come back for a nice looking either, I don't know, a triple bottom, 1, 2, 3 here, or what I would consider a cup and handle starting right here, where we have a long 3-year cup and then a very small handle, and will potentially break out for new all-time highs. So XRP's chart obviously doesn't look like this, but Binance has been showing a lot of strength, and I would argue if we do break above the $660 level, we're probably going to double in price at least. But the moral of the story is actually looking at this, okay? These consistent descending, price action or wedges or descending triangles. Whenever we break out on volume, we go for new highs. And in similar fashion, we did that right over here, right? We broke out above, supported here, and then made an insane move and run to the upside. And only one crypto in the entire crypto space does it better than everyone else, and actually is able to hold the top 10 market cap over a period of more than a decade now, and that is XRP. So we're getting very close, guys, especially when you look at this stochastic RSI right here, right on that breakout. You can see that right before we went into that massive parabolic banana zone, parabolic phase, we actually saw a crossover of the fast moving over the slow moving right here at the local bottom. So in 2017, when we saw this crossover, and I'll just go ahead and highlight that, you can see that it would have been a good signal potentially there, or the next period over, to start buying heavy into something like this before the major run up. And in similar fashion, right around here, you can see that we would have crossed over. Okay, so you first want to get touching the top of that range and some volume in terms of strength. And then once you have that crossover with volume consistently growing and strength to the upside, then chances are, right, you're going to move to a new high or a local high. And again, all-time highs remain to be seen, but I would argue, if any crypto is due for a new all-time high, being in the top 10 for super long and arguably top 7, XRP is it. So right here, what are we doing? We're touching the top of this range, volume is increasing, and guess what? Has there ever been a better time to buy than the first 1 or 2 periods on a crossover? Right? We're about there. So even if we break back down, lifetime buys, but if we break out, I think we're going to move back up to that previous all-time high. And yes, it might take a little while, but more often XRP is an explosive mover as seen back in 2017 and 2021. So if you enjoyed the video, head on over to bullrunners.com. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you think is going to happen over the upcoming weeks and month. Like the video, subscribe, and then come over to, you can go down to the description below to get that link so you can discover how to earn more crypto in less than 10 minutes with the #1 play to earn XRP game. This is something that we obviously want to, make sure that we've tested, we vetted, we believe in, before we go and share it with the entire community. So go ahead and go to bullrunners.com to get access to that, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.